Their aura is unequal.
Well, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. Or whatever. And make it a little more raspy, and I follow directions.
Their contents are legendary.
That little sheet you see is his concept drawing.
Their attitude is embraced. Tune in to one of the most up-and-rising kaiju-sized groups within our community. So go ahead and watch all of their creative content, including that of the Raw Attitude live interview, where they have special guests ranging from actors, directors, toy creators, artists, and many, many more. You can also find them on multiple of other social media platforms, ranging from Instagram, TikTok, X, Facebook. You could even sit back and watch your favorite classic monster movie and even watch us go through one of the most iconic games on Twitch. Featuring your hosts, Eric Stowe, Adrian Settle, Joe Myers, Samson West, Jordan Adorno. They are the Monsters with Attitude.
What is going on, everybody? The Attitude Army is here for another Let's Talk Raw. Welcome. Unfortunately, we are mans down. We had to leave them behind and keep pushing forward because we are the MVPs and they are the slackers. So
yeah, we don't need them.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. The big three. So we had to push forward and do what we need to do and give the people what they want. So it is just us three here tonight. So welcome to another weekly episodic episode of Monsters with Attitude. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. So we're going to talk about a lot of goodies. There's going to be one subject that, Samson, you won't be so well versed in, but I know a lot of our audience is well versed and they are fans of. So we will dive into that a little bit. You can always obviously give your opinions. It's always welcome, but you don't have to if you don't want to. So it's kind of up to you.
I'll just go to the bathroom for like 5, 10, however long it takes.
Well, it'll be the first thing we talk about. So
just to get it right,
just to let you know, just to get rid of it, and that way you can chat the rest of the show. So yeah, welcome everybody, and yeah, let's get right into this, honestly, because there were some things that we left out from last week. Person in charge of the show last week was very unorganized, as they were this week, so I had to wipe the slate clean, start over, and let's do it new. So we're gonna do it this way and get going, but before that, let's have a little shout out and see who is tuning in live with us. Michael, what's going on? The first one in the chat. Good to see you. DJ C, what's going on? Hey, and a long-awaited return from Monster Kid Corey himself. Yes. What's going on, man? It's been a minute.
It has been a wee bit.
Yeah. Good to see you back. Fanciest of Cats, what's going on? Talking about Rumble and WrestleMania. We coincidentally will be talking about that. That is, I think, a subject that needs to be talked about. There is a lot of hate, a lot of negative things being thrown out in the internet. And because most of us here are fans of wrestling, we feel like we need to talk about it. So, but yeah, thanks for being here. Wander, what's going on? More Samson songs too. Oh boy. You guys better start forking out the door for that, man. We gotta start paying him, and we gotta start getting him some costumes and some lighting and cameras and all that stuff. So I mean, we really gotta start doing that. We gotta get that subscriber count up.
Hear more Samson.
Mm-hmm,
yeah, gotta get the subscriber count up. So share us with your friends, man. Get them to subscribe. Let's get to that 1,000 mark here.
We might just do a sing-along episode, and we'll just have Samson have the mic the entire night.
Yeah. Or he'll have a sing-along strip tease for everybody's pleasure. I mean, who knows what the night can hold. Yeah, exactly. Oh, God. See, that's what you're paying for, those moves, people, okay? Get your wallets out. Let's
one of a kind.
make
One
it
of a
rain.
kind. Nobody's
Exactly.
ever done that.
One of one, right there. One of
That's
one.
right.
Yeah.
Fucking idiots.
T-Pack RK, welcome back.
Never going away.
Oh gosh. Oh, Nathaniel.
Do you have a clap on, clap off light behind you, Eric? It keeps triggering every once in a while.
I got motion lights now.
Oh, okay. I was like, what's
Yeah.
happening here?
Yeah, I got motion lights now. So need to light up my collection a little bit more. So
yeah.
I do too. This stuff is dark as hell.
But yeah. We'll welcome and thank you everybody for tuning in, and welcome and thank you to you guys for being here. So with that, let's get right into it. And of course, like I said, we are talking about this. This is kind of a big deal, honestly. Like I said, we are fans. A lot of the audience are fans. They just announced, WWE announced that WrestleMania 43 is going to be in Saudi Arabia for the first time ever. This WrestleMania is taking place outside of North America. Like I said, there's a lot of backlash, a lot of hate, a lot of negative thoughts about this. And before I say my piece, obviously Jordan is the other one of the fans of wrestling. We talk wrestling, obviously. Kind of want to get your opinion about this. I don't know what kind of move this is. I don't know what this means. I don't know why they thought this was okay. But even the wrestlers in the back, for example, like they are all straight faced, they are all pissed looking. Like I don't know if that's based off of the news that they got, if they were told not to smile. I don't know what it was, but they showed no emotion whatsoever. It was very weird stage and feeling to it. It was awkward to say the least. But what are your thoughts about this, Jordan? And what do you think they did this, and why did they do this?
It's bull. Just throwing it straight out there. It is complete and utter BS. Every show that we've had in recent years with WWE and Saudi Arabia have all been trash. Obviously, they are night and day to what WrestleMania is. But I know a few people that still watch a few of their pay-per-views as of late, but I haven't even touched them because they've been so bad for so many years. And not only that, but it's bull because even after the show, when the wrestlers are coming back to the States or whatever, we get a plethora of news pertaining to how uncomfortable specific wrestlers may have felt because of the cultural difference in their political views and religious views and whatnot. Of course, their view on women, hence the reason why the women are so filtered in performing in their matches and so on and so forth. But it's why do we have to step outside of our comfort zone to give us one of the greatest shows of all time throughout the year?
Yeah.
It's Wander This World said it best. It's clear WWE is becoming a luxury wrestling brand, pricing out the everyday fan. I was done after all the streaming services, et cetera, et cetera. Going to be watching more MLW. And hey, you know what, Wander, by all means, I don't disagree with you, dude. Eric knows this. I'm a huge New Japan Pro Wrestling fan. Anything that is of the Japanese professional wrestling style, that is my niche. And of course, Lucha Libre. But my goodness, I remember, Eric, I'm probably butchering this, and you probably know this quote. Scott Hall, may he rest in peace, said it best. WWE is a wrestling company that's producing a television show, while WCW is a television company that's producing a wrestling show. To some, it may be like, what the hell does that mean? What difference does that make? It literally makes a huge difference And imagine he said that many years back, even in recent interviews prior to his passing, and he's lit that quote still lives up to this day. Yeah. So you guys know me and Michelle, we were this close to getting into WrestleMania 40 when we went to Philly, and we've tried for this most recent one. We're even trying for next year, but it's just at this point, it seems like it's impossible to ever be able to attend a WrestleMania, to even attend any other pay-per-view with the prices that they're freaking booking these shows for now. It's insane. So I know I went on a spiel. I apologize, but this is just complete and utter BS.
I mean, I completely agree with you. Some of the chat has chimed in their comments. I believe Wander said that they were following the money, or no, that was Monster Kid Corey said they're following the money, which is true. I heard they're offering WWE $250 million for this event, but that's if now there's a clause to this, which is absolutely ridiculous that I've heard. I don't know how concrete it is. I don't know how for sure it is, but they're saying, and they want certain individuals to be attending this WrestleMania and wrestling in this event. Names like The Rock, Stone Cold, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, like they want those big name people in there. I mean, they were even talking Undertaker, Shawn, like these guys that aren't wrestling anymore, they want those big name marquee people to be in there. If they don't fulfill that, I heard that the money goes down.
Yes.
From there. Like I said, I don't know how real that is, but that's absolutely ridiculous. That's literally blackmail. Just to get they're like, hey, like if you want this, you need to give us this. It's like, that's ridiculous. Like they shouldn't be holding a gun to their head and be like, hey, like do this, otherwise you're not getting your 250 mil. You're gonna get 50 mil and stuff. That's ridiculous. They're letting somebody said it. I think TKO is looking for that money. I don't know if this is necessarily a WWE move. Maybe it is. There's been talks about WWE not pulling their weight in ticket sales. That's why the ticket sales are starting to go up. Comparing to UFC, I guess. I don't know. They're trying to make it more of a premier wrestling service, which is absolutely ridiculous because it's always been a family friendly, I guess, loosely, to everybody where it's accessible to watch this stuff. Now they're moving to ESPN, and now you're going to be paying $30 for that service to watch wrestling, and they're spreading out their content through other services, which you have to get those services to watch. And it's just like, it basically is telling me that my wrestling days are coming to an end again, and I will not be watching it. I will check out highlights on my phone from, Instagram or Facebook, but that's about it. Like, I'm not willing to pay that money to see this stuff. If somebody is kind of doing the puppeteering behind there, not letting them do what they really want because all they're seeing is dollar signs. So yeah, this is really crappy. I think WrestleMania was always a big, thing throughout, obviously, WWE around the world.
Of course.
We had that specialty of it was a United States kind of thing, America thing. People came to us to see it, bringing in the world, tourism, absolutely, all around the world, and now you're kind of limiting it to literally just the Saudi Arabian audience, which nothing against them, but not everybody is going to be willing to go over there and go watch a WrestleMania event. I mean, that's just kind of how it goes. So it's just kind of they're kind of putting themselves in a weird spot. I think even Royal Rumble the year before is going to be in Saudi Arabia also, which is another big marquee event for WWE, which again, they're offering them, I think, $100 million to bring that over there. But I'm assuming there's going to be stipulations for it. So it kind of sucks that they're kind of being pushed into the corner and not being able to do what they want to do. And it seems like they're not okay with it, but they're just, like they said, following the money. So yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
I
Monster
like
Kid Corey, they were the old McDonald's of wrestling. Now they're the new McDonald's of wrestling. Yeah, where it was cheap and good, now it's expensive and crap. So it sucks. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen here. I think they're really going to see their numbers drop. I think their fan base is going to drop a little bit too, especially when they move exclusively, especially for their PLEs, to ESPN. I think that's going to hurt their numbers a ton, even though their deal was massive. Maybe that's okay for WWE, but maybe it's not okay for ESPN. I don't really know. So, it's kind of crazy. So, but
and it makes me think that what was the whole point of even having Monday Night Raw exclusively on Netflix if they can't just move every other thing to that streaming platform?
To Netflix, exactly. Why wouldn't you do that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like they could have moved their entire library to Netflix, like they have on Peacock right now. It was ridiculous what they did with Peacock because they moved off of Peacock early before their deal was done because they struck a deal with Peacock and they were going to and are bringing their NXT brand exclusively to Peacock so they can keep a wrestling platform on Peacock. And then they can finally move some of their other stuff off of there. I don't know. It's just kind of a vicious cycle, I guess. Just kind of crap kind of going on with this. And they're really, we were kind of discussing this last week about what we think of wrestling and what, why isn't it any good or whatever. And honestly, it's just not wrestling anymore. It's entertainment. It's a show now. It's like a movie. You're paying to go see a premiere movie or something like that. So it's not the same as it once was. And it's strange, I guess.
It's like I personally, because we've seen this a lot lately where WWE has been traveling outside of the States, hence their pay-per-views in Paris, somewhere else in the UK, London, whatever. Obviously, Mexico with their recent purchase of AAA, which I have opinions about that as well. Them going to Puerto Rico for Backlash. Me being Puerto Rican, I got to be biased. That was a pretty neat pay-per-view. But do it for not for a show like WrestleMania. Even for like Royal Rumble, that's another pay-per-view that does not need to be moved outside of the freaking States for. That Survivor Series, basically the long-lasting pay-per-views that we've had back since the golden era of wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? And
actually, I just
I forgot who mentioned it. I think Wander brought this up, or Fanciest. Let me go back and check. Basically, the comment goes, if you really don't want to watch this, or right here, it was Wander. If people are truly upset, do not buy or watch the stream it is on. Money and views talk.
Absolutely.
And we know WWE takes that to the grave with them. That is something that they will keep and will always take into high consideration for it. So hopefully this is a learning lesson. But even if it is a learning lesson or not, it's really not looking good. We had high expectations for WWE since Triple H basically was supposed to fill in the shoes that Vince McMahon once wore, but it's just like we have not seen any improvement, not until after WrestleMania 40. So it's a damn shame.
Just a couple comments I want to highlight. Monster Kid Corey, not sure how to take this conversation as Canadian. We are not saying you guys are literally our neighbors. There has been back and forth with us going over the border. It's way easier and accessible to go to Canada than it is to Saudi Arabia. Let's be honest. So that's not even a question. We've had so many events in Canada that it's kind of part of. I'm not saying we are the same, but we're together. We're one of the same, just because there's a lot of Canadian wrestlers, and we've done so many shows and WWE's done so many shows in Canada that it's just kind of one, and I kind of group them in together with us. But when you take it way overseas into the Middle East, that's completely different. It's a whole new territory, a whole new set of rules, all that kind of stuff. So it's just completely different. So I know it's a laughing emoji, but please don't take it personal in any way. We are not belittling you in any way. So, and then Wander, TKOWE is following the NFL's lead of putting games events on a variety of services, and people paid to watch it all. Absolutely. That's exactly what they're doing. NFL, especially this year, they started doing YouTube is a big one that they started doing this year, and they're branching out and trying to, get that money more than ever. And it's crazy, but it's getting it harder to find this stuff and get this stuff. And it's really, they're kind of just isolating themselves, honestly. So
hey, you know what? They should have never let go the man, in my opinion, the man that really kind of helped the WWE grow, especially for the buildup of WrestleMania 40. My people's champ, the final boss. I know people are calling him the Pebble, but he'll forever be the Rock. Dwayne Johnson.
And that's the thing, though, is like even Dwayne recently was like, hey, like he wants to focus on more serious movie roles. It doesn't sound like he even wants to come back to WWE. It sounds like that's kind of a thing in his past, and he just wants to have that leadership role. He even got more stocks in WWE or TKO overall. He just got that, and now he just wants to focus on acting, which is great. More power to him. So it's like them kind of demanding that I don't think it's going to be realistic, honestly. And I don't see him coming back and really making a big change. I think what they have is what they have. And I think he just kind of wants to just sit back and let everybody else take over and do their thing. And he'll just kind of, ride that train with everybody else from the back. So
really quick, I would like to respond to this statement by Fancy. I strongly disagree. You only saw the downgrade of John's heel run after rumors started spreading between the disagreements between Rock and Triple H. Hence the reason why, for obvious reasons, especially, for instance, WrestleMania, this past WrestleMania, how Rock was pulled out of the segue between him and Cody, wanting to sell a soul to him, having John turn heel. I feel like they had something there. But, I mean, nonetheless, I feel like John should have never turned heel. But I think The Rock had an image, and I felt like that was going to fucking break barriers. But, of course, since his departure from the company is when you started seeing the downfall of John Cena's heel run. If you even want to call that a freaking heel run. That was just a moment.
Oh, God, that's a whole nother subject that we will probably talk about for years to come, honestly, because that was just absolute garbage. So, but we won't go down that rabbit hole for now. I just want to highlight a couple new people joining the chat. What's up, Rich? What's going on?
Hey.
So himself, he had a great show last
night.
Remember
you?
Live. Actually, these two guys were on there, so go check out his channel and his stream from last night. A lot of fun talking actually about Godzilla versus Space Godzilla.
Yeah.
Coincidentally. So, and then of course the instigator himself, Mr. Leslie P. Chambers. What's going on? He says, "Yeah, damn, I miss wrestling in 1997." I think we all do. I think we all miss WCW and WWE days, man. WWF, I should say, days when the wrestling was good. It was peak. Everything was so, just on point. It was so great. So, but yeah, before we go, Samson, with all that stuff that we talked about, is there anything that you would like to add to any of this? I want to give you a chance to.
No, honestly, I have no idea
Okay.
how to follow this. I mean, I know that wrestling is mainly an American thing, so it is kind of why are they going outside of the country like this? It is kind of odd. And like y'all are saying, I guess I'm looking at this photo. Nobody looks very happy. It's not like, oh yeah, this is a great deal. We're all happy to be doing this. They're all just like,
yeah,
all right, we're getting paid, so let's stand here and exist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I have nothing really to contribute to this because I have no say. I'm not I'm not in any fashion or form in the know. So
Well, I just wanted to give you a chance. Just
no,
in case
it's
you
all
had
good. Yeah, no.
This
So-
picture looks like it's going to be a future South Park episode. I guarantee it.
Oh yeah, for sure. And this could be like a meme or something like that used down the road because this is just it's kind of sad, honestly. It's sad.
They've made fun of wrestling in the past, so
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they made fun of everything.
Wrestling.
But yeah, okay, we'll get off of this subject so Samson can have his beautiful views on some of these subjects here.
Hey, y'all are allowed to like your stuff. I'm not going to yuck your yum.
We need
so
to get
unfortunately, this is another thing you're not even.
Son of a bitch!
I just realized it.
Oh man!
Oh, God. You
I could have been in the bathroom this whole time. Now I wish this wasn't water. Son of a bitch.
Look at that.
You're not the only one that doesn't know anything about wrestling.
Talk Arcade is also not a wrestling fan or a wrestler.
But I just wanted to talk about this real quick. Super I just announced that they are actually making another movie with Ultraman Zero, who actually was the Ultraman who jump-started the new generation heroes of the new generation of Ultraman fans, of the new Ultraman, all that stuff. This movie debuted 15 years ago already, which is absolutely insane.
Wow.
I absolutely fell in love with this Ultraman. His design is peak. It is so good. He's like the Captain America of Ultraman, dude. Like he is the one that just, he really is. Like he is the one who would come and save the day. He's the one that you're rooting for, you're looking for. He is like the biggest baby face with wrestling terms that there could be, where you're always just rooting for it. He's the Cody Rhodes of Ultraman right now. So he's a big deal. It was a big jumpstart for Subaraya also to kind of relaunch Ultraman into the new age and get all these new Ultraman out there, getting all these new fans and everything. So it'd be a lot of fun to see what they do. Obviously, it's celebrating the 60th anniversary of Ultraman also, so realistically, we'll probably see this next year because obviously we know Ultraman came out in 66, so the 60th will be next year. So be on the lookouts for this. I know, Jordan, you're a big fan of Zero. What do you think of this, and how do you
listen, dude, Zero was one of the first movies I saw next to the next, no pun intended. But you can't go wrong with trying to get into Ultraman, and your introduction just happens to be Ultraman Zero. He is the Kickstarter to what Ultraman would then be right freaking now. What is this new movie going to be like? I don't know. For obvious reasons, they're going to incorporate his more current role where he's lined up with the rest of the Ultra Brothers. But I really cannot wait. I mean, of course, us at G-Fest, we were thrilled to have taken a plethora of pictures and videos with Ultraman Zero. And then even me and you, Eric, having the privilege to sit down with Daniel Van Thomas, the original English dub voice actor of Ultraman Zero. If that's not enough proof in the pudding of how much I love Ultraman Zero, then I don't know what more proof I need to show you. I am excited and I cannot wait.
Good. So, Samson, when are you going to jump on the Ultraman train?
Yeah,
I don't want to. That is too much.
Why?
That is way too much.
See, the thing is, you have to do is you can't look at how much there is. You basically focus on one thing and you go from there. Because obviously, yeah, it's going to overwhelm you. There is so much, honestly. But if you just focus on the first one and just move from there, it's baby steps, but you'll eventually start going and going and going, and eventually you'll just kind of keep going until you catch up. But don't ever look at the overall mass of what Ultraman is and just focus on like the original for now.
And
well, I guess technically, if that's the case, I need to watch Ultra Q first, right?
Oh,
yeah,
I mean, honestly,
technically, yes.
The crazy thing that blows my mind with you never touching any Ultraman property besides the original, you make it known to everybody you are into the more funny, campy side of Toku.
Dude, that's
true.
Ultraman is literally that. Mind you, there are certain shows where they tend to be a little bit more serious than the previous series, but nonetheless, you're getting the same thing that makes you a big fan of the 70s Godzilla films in every freaking show. Every episode, every kaiju, like, to anybody watching, he could tell us as much as he'd like to. No. But we have slowly been reeling him in with, an expansion of Toku knowledge, especially pertaining to Kaiju. So it's only a matter of time where we, throw in that bait and reel him into Ultraman. So,
well, it's also the fact it's a lot to invest in because I'm gonna have to like purchase the stuff or rent it online or find it because
you don't need to do that.
No,
they have
you don't need to do that.
Chunk of them on Tubi. There's other sources you can even find them on their actual freaking YouTube channel, and other people upload them on YouTube. The complete series,
and that's the beauty of what Subaraya is doing and what Ultraman like Global is doing is that they're making this stuff accessible to the audience here in the West. And like Jordan said, on Tubi, they have a huge chunk of the Ultraman series free to watch whenever you want. And they have the whole series, and they even have the movies that come out after them. Everything is there for you, free of charge. So.
Yeah, just the stupid commercials from time to time, I guess. But
exactly.
Yeah, that's the price you pay. All right. Well, I didn't know that. I thought I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to hunt down the DVD sets for every single season.
No.
Yeah, and I suggest that to anybody. I was kind of the same way as you, Samson, and maybe some other people in the chat. I see Nathaniel is an Ultraman fan. DJC, it looks like you haven't really started it. It is overwhelming. It is a lot to intake, but if you just kind of just like, okay, I'm just going to start with just one thing just to kind of see, gauge how you like it, how, it relates to you. And if you like it, then you can kind of slowly kind of keep going. But it is basically the same thing as Godzilla, as Gamera. It's giant kaiju. It's just basically a superhero. It's a Japanese superhero saving the earth from these monsters, but they have stories.
I don't have zero knowledge. I don't have like the absolute just dedicated, like back in the day when people would do reviews on YouTube back before even I got started with my channel, I'd watch all these reviews. And of course people were Ultraman fans. They'd be reviewing these kaiju and I didn't have any idea what they were. And I was, okay. So I know it's a big fandom for sure. I know that it's huge in Japan. It's bigger than Godzilla in Japan. Even that's their bread and butter. So it's a big deal. I'm not going to diss it, but it's just something that I have not like. I guess I don't really have an excuse. It's just the availability and me not really researching too much into it. I'm just like, well, whatever. I know what I like, and I'm just going to be all stingy about it.
Yes, stubborn. Stubborn's the word. Okay, stubborn. But Leslie has a good comment for you. He says, honestly, considering how Samson likes the goofy stuff, which Adrian, you even just said, I think he would get into the 70s versions like Ace, Taro, and especially Leo. And that's exactly true. It's not always serious. There's a lot of funny parts in these stuff, and just kind of keep it lighthearted for the most part. So there's something for everybody, honestly.
And it's a TV show, so it's not like, oh man, I have to watch 700 movies. It's just they're episodic. I got to sit down and watch 20-minute episodes back to back to back. So I could probably binge watch like a season in a couple days. So
yeah, honestly. And they're literally only 22, 23 minutes.
Right, because when you take into account not having the commercials included from back in the day. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But this is exciting stuff, because what was the last live action movie of Ultraman other than We had Rising recently. So what was the last live
uh,
action?
It was the Ark movie
Yeah,
And that came out
which
when?
was last year.
last year. Yeah.
Oh, that was okay. All right.
Yeah,
What
so they usually do they do a end of the series like movie that they do. So they do the series and then they do the big movie at the end for each series. Yeah. So,
Right.
so yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Brought something up.
Don't forget about Shin, Ultraman, Eric, and Jordan. Oh,
So that is a movie we'll probably get Sam to watch, but considering how he's not that big of a fan, even though he did watch Shin Godzilla, and though he's not a big fan of Shin Godzilla, I don't think this is his realm. But I mean, I personally like Shin Ultraman way more than Shin Godzilla, especially that like opening dialogue to the movie. it's freaking insane paying homage to Ultra Q, but yeah,
and he would have to watch at least some of the seasons to understand who some of these characters are and how they've changed and what is like their motive typically, and how has this changed from the new movie to what they used to be back in the day. So it would be a nice contrast for the two to see the old and the new kind of thing. So yeah, he'd have to watch something.
Right. I wouldn't be able to just dive into it because I wouldn't be able to catch all the references. It was a movie for the fans, and that's why like that you're like, oh man, they're referencing that from
well,
I would
Leslie said it right there. Literally, you would have to watch the original Ultraman before you even touch Shin Ultraman.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, no, again, I'm not gonna diss the shit out of it. I'm just gonna say like it's, as we all know, it's not something that I like am religiously a fan of as other people are, and I don't have the extensive knowledge. But as something for the community, this is good stuff for the fandom and the community. So this is not this is not something I'm just like, oh boo, they're making another fucking Ultraman movie. Yuck. Yeah. I'm just like,
and it
shows, well, all right.
And it shows that the Suitmation Toku is still living on. It's still going. You know, they're the one that's keeping it alive, and it's a special thing. So I hope they keep getting the reception that it is, and it keeps having the popularity and even growing, especially over here. So
that is an amazing concept to think about. What you just said, they're keeping Suitmation alive since Godzilla has not touched that since 2004. Well, the shorts that we've gotten, anniversary shorts, but full length pictures we haven't gotten. We haven't gotten any Godzilla action, so.
Yep. But yeah, we'll move on. Couple other Ultraman things mixed in with Godzilla, but Monster Arts revealed a couple new re-releases and a new release. Their first two re-releases are the Godzilla 54 and the Godzilla 2014. They're doing this thing where they have these like cardboard like posters that come with the figures now. Just another way to sell their product because they're adding a little bit of a gimmick to it.
Flair.
It's lazy to me, honestly.
It's stupid.
Yeah, it's something that I would never buy these things for just to get that poster. I can literally print them out with printer paper and plaster them on a cardboard piece, and there you go. It's the same thing. So why would I spend the money for that? So it's lazy to me. And then from Figure Arts, which does Ultraman and some other like animes, they are releasing the Ultraman Z special color version, and they are also releasing the Ultraman Tiga Sky version in their line as of recently. Which is pretty cool. They had, I think, a normal Tiga version, just normal, where he has the blue and the red. But Tiga has two other versions after that. Sky version, which is he's all blue as you see, and then he has the Strength version, which he's all red. And then with his normal version, where it's combining the two colors together.
Yeah.
Bro looks like he's posing for Abercrombie and Fitch.
They made him all suave.
Yeah, well, when you're Ultraman Tiga, you can do that.
That's true.
Okay,
that's true.
I'll take
so kind of kind of cool on more Ultraman figures coming out that we haven't gotten for the articulated fans. So if you're articulated collectors, more stuff is coming your way. So don't worry about that. But the biggest news for Monster Arts was this beautiful lady. This hopefully, as much as I shit on this movie, and I will admit I shit on this movie because I don't like this movie. It is not one that I go to. But I like this kaiju. I like her design, and we just don't have anything of her, especially like screen accurate. Really, kind of taking it off the movie screen and you kind of put it right in your lap, where you can actually touch play with it. Hey, I'm being real. I can be real and admit that I do not like this movie. So, but I do like the kaiju.
Yeah, it's not one I revisit all that often either, but this is
Exactly.
a ridiculously cool. It's a cool kaiju, and we haven't
is.
seen.
Mm-hmm.
We got Bandai, we got the Movie Monster series, but I mean that's it's not as accurate as this thing. X Plus has surely not touched it. What was that giant kit that everybody got excited about that was announced? And Dragon,
Dragon.
Yeah. We got that prototype unpainted, but now we're seeing this, which I mean. We'll shit on SH Monster Arts all forever and ever because of the quality and the price for the quality, but their sculpts look good. They do look good. The sculpts, I mean, the accuracy, it's spot on. It's just, I don't want to look at it and it fucking break.
Yeah. It's.
I can imagine that tail as soon as you pull that out of the box.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like I'm worried about those joints with the wings, and maybe that tail kind of, bending it the way it is. Like, is it gonna break? Yeah. So.
But this is good stuff. It'd be cool. I mean, these are just prototype pictures so far. It'd be cool if there was like a extra accessory with one of the claws that's like cut in half.
Extra accessory
claw in half.
Besides the broken claw.
Well,
it does come with accessories.
So I see now. Oh, wait, hold on. I wasn't really. I thought those were just trees and shit. I was like, okay, now I see it. Those were bushes.
As you can see, it says Mega Gears Evolution set. So with this, as obviously you get the Queen, you will get the Mega Nula and Mega Nulan with it. They're going to be obviously smaller, but you're getting both versions. I don't know how many in this picture that I had a whole bunch. I don't know how many for both, but they're going to be included in the set. So that is kind of cool. Something that Bandai did when they released their blister pack with Godzilla and Gears and everything. So that's pretty cool. Obviously, you're not going to get any beams or nothing like that. But, obviously, if you want something like that, you might as well wait for the reissue because they're going to do some kind of beam. Like you said, Samson, maybe they'll chop the claw off, battle damage type Mega Gears would be
or cool. Battle color version.
Like, battle color version
variant.
Night color version, they'll get their money's worth for sure. So... But I think this was really cool. I think this was very shocking that they brought this out. This is actually on display at Tamashii Nation's one of their stores, actually, and it's going to be on display for like a month. And they actually had their new Godzilla 2000 on display with it, so you can see the comparison with them and see how they match up and everything. So pretty cool. If you're a fan of this movie, a fan of Millennium series in general, this is a win, I think, for us. And like I said, hopefully we see this trend with X Plus or Star Ace or one of the companies that does the super accurate kind of sculpts. So what's going on, Christian? What is good, man? What is good? But yeah, are you? I shouldn't even say this because I know your answers, but I think you guys don't collect articulated, so you're not gonna get this at all, right? Okay.
No,
Just
I
making
mean,
sure.
especially just like I said with SH Monster Arts, the quality versus the price, it's just not. It's just not my thing.
I'll say, I mean, it's only a matter of time that Haya does it.
Oh,
Especially,
right, Haya, yeah.
especially the way how they treat their winged kaiju, not making their wings something that is extremely easy to break. They make them bendable. They're probably going to do that with the Mega Gearus. And of course, they're probably going to add some nice features to go along with her. If they do that, if they even do Orga for their Godzilla 2000, I might get them as a pair for the Godzilla 2000. But I don't know. But yeah, it's cool. She's a clever girl. Absolutely love her. Somebody mentioned it. DJC Mega Gears is an underrated movie. But I enjoy it a lot as a kid. I did too when I was young. I remember seeing the movie for the first time on the Sci-Fi Channel, and seeing that there was just nothing else afterwards for her. I was just like, wow, this is it. Like, what else? Nothing more. Okay, whatever. But it's great segue for those who are big fans of the movie and of course the character to want to get their hands on him. I know somebody in here that is extremely excited about this.
Most likely, probably, possibly, all yesably.
Wait.
He might be in here.
I thought I was reading his comment. It was actually DJC's.
Nice.
But
Nice.
yeah. But I mean, I'm talking to you, Oscar. I know you're probably gonna drool all over this, and then once you're done drooling, you'll probably sell it the month after. But yeah.
True story. Nathaniel X Plus also.
Oh, there it is.
86. Who's with it? Hey, we're with you. We're with you on that train.
You know
buddy. We'll support you.
The day that they do that, I will think and take it into consideration into buying it.
Wow,
you, buddy. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm lying. I won't even touch it.
What?
All right. So moving on.
Good Lord.
We got some more figure arts. Another one they kind of teased. If anybody knows the anime SSS Gridman or Gridman in general, honestly, or how do we say it here in the States? The Super Samurai Squad? Is that what it is?
I don't even know how to freaking say it. There's it's a sentence. That's his name.
Yeah. Well, all I know is the Super Samurai Squad. That's all I know of is what they named it here in the States.
Okay.
In Japan, overseas, they name it Gridman.
Yep, it's called Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad.
That's what it is.
Jesus.
Yeah, I missed 3 words in there.
Oh my god, dude.
They actually not reissued, but relaunched kind of the anime with a updated anime version, and I think they launched it 3 years ago, maybe or so, maybe a little longer.
Yeah, I think it came out 2000. You talking about Gridman, right?
Yeah, Gridman. Yeah, the new anime.
Yeah.
That it was never shown here in the U.S. You could only really buy the DVD or Blu-ray of it, and obviously they'd only show it.
It came out in 2018.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
holy!
The one that came out 4 years ago in 2021 was Dynazenon.
Dynazenon, okay, later, which is coincidentally the one right next to it. But if you're a fan of Gridman, if you know of Gridman or Superhuman Samurai Squad ×2 squared, pied, whatever it is,
pumpkin spice.
You know what this is. It's the Thunder Gridman, where he actually combines with the. I don't even know what the name of the T-Rex guy was in there. I don't remember. Oh man,
I
don't
think
know
it
his
was.
name.
No, it was.
Was Dynazenon?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so it was just Dynazenon. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's a combination where they combined to make this like big Zord essentially. But it's still cool. It's a fun Toku show. Definitely watch it. I know Mill Creek released the original series on Blu-ray, which I did pick up and watch. So I was able to watch the original Japanese version of it, even though I had watched the English version of it when I was a kid. I had not seen everything of it, but I always loved it. So, and then right next to them, from Good Smile Company, they are releasing Dynazenon from its own anime release that, like Jordan said, was released several years ago, which was a lot of fun also. But another one that you could only get for buying Blu-ray, DVD, whatever it released on. It was never shown here in the U.S., so it's kind of pretty limited.
Watch Dynazenon on Crunchyroll dubbed.
On Crunchyroll, yeah.
Yep,
I think you can do that now.
I don't think that applies anymore for Gridman. I'm probably wrong, because I was just looking at it. They said that they only have it available on Amazon Prime, but
yeah.
Yep.
So they're doing another big robot. This big Dynazenon is 25 centimeters tall, so it's going to be a big figure. But it has, obviously, I've shown pictures, a lot of transformations, a lot of extras that you're going to be able to do with it. So a lot of fun. So if you haven't checked out the anime, check out the anime. Like Jordan said, it's probably on Crunchyroll. It is a lot of fun. I actually own both these animes on Blu-ray, so I have watched them. They are fun. So it's just because I'm a big nerd and I like this shit, giant robots or Power Rangers or whatever. So I'm all for it. Jordan, are you going to get any of these?
Oh man, I do own a few Gridman and Dynazenon figures from back in their original releases, including a few of their newer ones produced by Bandai. But maybe not so much the SH figure arts. I am considering the Good Smiles one only because this specific variant of Dynazenon is from the recent release of the Super Robot Wars Y video game. If anybody in here is not familiar with that name, it is, oh my goodness, I can't even tell you how long that video game IP has been out for, probably since the 90s. And they just recently did a newer one, but introducing a lot of other well-known Toku characters, such as Dynazenon, and I know now they're doing Kamen Rider, and recently they also did, which is one of the only things as to why a lot of us are well familiar with this one, Jet Jaguar and Godzilla from Singular Point. So I want to buy the game first before I touch base on the Good Smiles one, because I am curious to see how Dynazenon would end up looking like this, or at least the color palette. And just it's a maybe. I love transforming gimmicked figures, especially when it comes down to like the mechs, and especially ones that I like, specifically Dynazenon. So it's a maybe.
Okay. What about you, Samson? You gonna dip your toe in any of this stuff? Huh?
Oh, because I know so much about this.
You don't even know about it. It could just look cool, and you'd be like, what? I want that because it looks cool.
I should have missed out on this weekend instead of last weekend. God.
Don't worry.
I mean, these are elaborate as hell for sure. I mean, I'm really digging. I always enjoyed stuff like this when I was a kid, like the Zoids and the Megazords and whatnot, from Toys R Us. So I would mess around with them, and I love being able to do the combinations and them taking apart in the bottom right hand corner, how they can turn into little different vehicles. That was always cool. but no, I know nothing about these things. I'm not familiar with the animes at all, so I can't say that I have much interest, honestly. They do look cool. I'm gonna give it that. They're elaborate as hell and they're cool looking, but I just don't know what it is.
Okay, fair enough. Like I said, I gotta include you. So.
I get it. Hey, look.
All right. So we'll go to some Godzilla stuff since you only like Godzilla.
Yay!
Just recently announced, I think it was like Thursday, Friday, like a few days ago.
Yes, it
was just recently.
Yeah, where they are going to do some sleeping kaiju.
Literally yesterday they were announced.
Was it yesterday?
What?
Oh, okay, yeah. See, that's how new it is. But yeah, they're doing some sleeping kaiju, and they're coming out with sleeping King Ghidorah, sleeping Godzilla with Minya, and sleeping Space Godzilla. Okay, I need to know who's gonna get what. Come on.
I mean,
you're gonna get something.
I think it's obvious what we're all probably going to be gunning for. Only because it makes the most sense.
Yeah, for real, right?
I liked what they did with Ghidorah and Space Godzilla, making it a little bit more gimmicky. But I mean, before you do stuff like that, how about actually like releasing Funkos of just them? Of course, we have the Funko Space Godzilla, but that is a different color variant. Like, if you're gonna throw a sleeping Space Godzilla before a standard color Funko Space Godzilla alongside with King Ghidorah, that's kind of like but nonetheless, the completionist in me, especially with these damn Funkos, I have to get them, but I need Godzilla and Minya.
Really now?
So, fun fact about these are actually going to be jumbo-sized Funkos.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I mean, they're big to begin with because they're all sprawled out, but so these are going to be like the big boys.
Yeah, these are going to be the big chunguses of the lines. So, yeah. More reasons as to why I'm going to be freaking on the hunt for these. But more so specifically because I needed that Godzilla and Minya.
What about you, Samson? Are you gonna get these at all?
I don't collect the Funko stuff. It's whoops. What happened?
What are you touching stuff? Stop it.
I accidentally clicked the screen for a second. I didn't know I was actually doing something. I was trying to get rid of something that was anyway. I mean, I like the accuracy of the Godzilla 67 with the Minya like stepping on his tail. That makes the most sense because it actually was a scene in the film. The other ones are just I mean, they're gimmicks. They are what they are. But I do dig the 50 or 67 with the Minya. It's fun. And I like that it's right out of the movie.
Yeah.
It would have been cool if they did like the 66 sleeping on the rocks. Or something like that. Trying to think, how many times have we seen him sleeping? 66, 67. That's kind of it, right? How many times have we seen Godzilla sleep?
In the Heisei era?
Well, yeah, Heisei, he was always like in the water sleeping or some shit. Or
Monsterverse?
Yeah. Evolved Godzilla sleeping.
Oh, right. Inside of the big auditorium.
2019.
Right.
Yeah.
2019, he's sleeping in his temple. I mean,
just taking a quick power nap, you know.
They are fun, but not for me since I don't collect a lot of Funko. I don't collect Funko. I just like I said. Since you showed her the movie we were talking about last night, yeah, is she a big space Godzilla fan? I'm assuming.
Yeah. Oh my God, Monster Kid Corey, this would be amazing.
That
would be amazing, dude. Oh, that would be so fun.
You know what? That just gave me an idea. Let's just say outside of this new sleeping gimmick that they're doing, what if they just do like obscured scenes from Godzilla? a dropkick Godzilla. They could do the flying saucer Godzilla from Invasion of Astro Monster. They could do.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, they could just do a lot of things.
I've always enjoyed that kind of stuff. Anything that's like captures a scene from a movie that's very distinctive. You're like, oh my god, that's from Godzilla versus blah blah blah. It's creative, and it's not just your standard, just like posed figure. Just oh man, it's just Godzilla. Like anything that I have back there. I mean, I got a couple 84 figures from last night, but just something that stands out. Yeah, flying. I mean, Bandai's doing it with all their posed series stuff.
And I think another thing that they need to revisit, because I only know that they've only done it for one movie, and that's Godzilla versus Mothra. They need to go back and revisit those posterized Funko. Because that, first and foremost, that Mothra looks insane. Even the Godzilla Funko alone, I'm like, oh my god. I'm a proud owner of that. So I feel like that's another realm that they need to tackle on just a little bit more, featuring other movies and stuff like that. But yeah, just wanted to throw that out there.
Jordan, do you keep yours in the box, or do you take them out for display?
No, they're in the box. The only way I would take it out is if I just so happen to walk home and the box is damaged because it fell. I'll just take out the figure because it wouldn't look good with it being in a damaged packaging.
Right.
PTSD, everyone. PTSD.
I'm trying to get a look at the box artwork.
It's just a plethora of Godzilla posters.
I was gonna say it looks like there's posters and stuff like covered in the background.
Yeah, I definitely want the 67 just because it's from a scene. I mean, that's literally from the scene when he's playing around with his tail. I mean, that's plus my daughter. She loves Son of Godzilla, and she saw this and she's like, "Oh my god, we have to get this." I was like, "All right, fine."
Yeah, I might have to fight Michelle on that one. The second I said this, she was just like, "Babe, I'm gonna be on a Funko hunt now." So, yeah, if you see this with me, don't ask any questions. It does not belong to you. It'll be mine. And I'm like, "Nope, can't do that."
All right, moving on. So I saw this recently, and I was very intrigued by it. We posted it on our Instagram. There's a very interesting backstory to this particular new anime coming, but there's a new anime coming, a partnership with Toei Animation and Subaraya, actually. And surprisingly, they've been doing this since 2019.
Yep.
This is and I've never heard about this at all. And it seems like all of a sudden they want to take another run at this and actually get this to be made. This is won festival awards for, some of the best anime action, for a short clip. There is trailer footage or scenes online on YouTube. So if you guys are curious on what this anime looks like, I suggest going there and searching. I tried to get a video on here, but of course you get the ban hammer, so I couldn't show it here. So unfortunately, I can't show it to you firsthand, but I will say it looks very impressive, and I'm very intrigued with it. A little kind of plot of the actual anime is a space colony in orbit has been destroyed by the so-called Skyfall. After this fateful event, the avatar Rei sets out to search for valuable things in the rubble. However, the crater has become a habitat for gene-mutated monsters called Kaiju. There, Rei accidentally meets Mill, a mysterious girl. What is she doing there? So, it has stuff to do with like outer space kind of thing. It's sets place in 2070, so it's set up in the future. It kind of sounds like it's kind of post-apocalyptic kind of thing going on, and it almost seems like this kaiju is kind of like her protector, or she befriends this kaiju and helps her defeat other kaiju. But they're not like kaiju size, as in like super monsters. They're more like, for an example, like Ultraman anime, like that size, more kind of shrunken down. They're still not like small. Obviously, they're probably like 20 feet tall or something like that compared to a human. So they're sizable creatures. So it's just kind of interesting that this has been in the works for so long. They've even done a VR game of this. They did an arcade game of this. This has just kind of been in the works for a long time, and it seems like they just kind of want to do it. So I'm interested in it, and just seeing the trailer alone seems pretty interesting. So obviously, Jordan, you kind of know a little about this. What do you think about this news?
The fact that they even pushed forward the envelope to finally finalize this is mind-blowing. What drew my attention was their partnership with Toei Animations. Samson, I'm not sure if you're aware of that company, but Toei is the company held responsible for giving us animes like Dragon Ball, One Piece, Digimon, and again, a plethora of other anime. Like, in my opinion, they're the Disney of anime companies in the world. So to see that Tsuburaya is partnering with them to create this new anime called Kaiju Decode, it's really exciting. I remember seeing the original footages of this when this was originally released, and I was like extremely stoked about it. And of course, it was thrown underneath the rug. It was something that a lot of people forgot about. I even forgot about it myself. So then when the news started breaking that this is actually going to be a thing, so on and so forth, I was just like, oh my God, let's go. I'm mad I forgot about you, but I'm glad that we're actually going to do something with you. So I am looking forward to this.
Nice. Yeah, so just a little something that, if you're an anime fan, kaiju fan, action fan, I mean, I think this would be kind of right up your alley. If you guys like the Pacific Rim anime, obviously it's going to be better animation, obviously. Yeah. It's not going to be the computer generated stuff, but like I think kind of similar to that, it kind of seems like to me, for like fighting style and action kind of style. So I'm excited. So, and anything kaiju is always good. So.
That's right.
Well, I need to see the trailer.
Yeah, you should. It's about like a minute. It's not a crazy long trailer, but it kind of wets the whistle a little bit, kind of gets that tease a little bit where you're like, you kind of want to see more. So
really,
check it out.
Really good.
Check it out.
Really, really good, Sam.
Yeah, check it out on YouTube. Hey. Just type in Kaiju Decode and you'll find it. So, but yeah, moving on. Some more Ultraman. So they just revealed another Ultraman power-up for the new Ultraman Omega. He has in this, I don't know a lot about the series because I'm staying away from it until it's all done, and then I can watch it all this at one time. But
those guys.
He has these partners or these friends. I don't know how you kind of want to call it, but help them.
They're called Medio Kaiju.
Medio Kaiju, okay.
Yeah,
okay, would be easier. But they help him. They're like kaiju themselves, obviously, but then they somehow transform to put like armor on his body for another power-up kind of thing. So they just announced the new one, Valganus Kaiju, and I didn't want to show a lot of this because I didn't want to spoil a lot of this for anybody, even though this is kind of a spoiler, but they were throwing this everywhere around Tsuburaya. So I just kind of wanted to show like just one clip about this. Like I said, I don't know much about this as of yet, but Jordan, you know anything about this?
Other than that Valganus looks awesome.
Yeah, he does.
It's basically a lot of, as of late, the Medio Kaiju are based off of the specific Japanese mythology lore where they idolize the spirits between the phoenix, the dragon, I believe it was a wolf or something of like that nature, and a turtle. I know that lore is very reminiscent to Gamera 3 Revenge of Iris.
Yeah.
So we're probably more than likely are going to be getting one more to fit that realm. A lot of these Subaraya properties that we're touching base on right now have all been leaked and talked about in panels for SubuCon, which is the Subaraya convention that's currently out right now in Japan. Today's the last day. So I actually came about this through our good friend, Mr. Robo7, John Bellotti Jr. He was actually sending me pictures, like physical pictures of him with the props and stuff like that, and so on and so forth. So yeah, I cannot wait for this. I have been up to date with Ultraman Omega. I've been watching every episode every week. So I am curious to see what Valganus will bring to the table next to Reckonus and Trigaron, I believe is the other one. I'm probably butchering its name, but yeah.
Okay. Samson?
Yeah.
I'm inclusive. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. I know nothing about this. I know that Eric, yeah, when this was initially announced, I remember you saying how you wanted to wait. You wanted to wait for everything to come out before you started down the rabbit hole, because this is the new series, correct? And
Yep.
they don't
Well,
do like they don't do like other streaming services where they just drop 8 episodes all at once. It's happening week to week. Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
I'm asking. I'm at like, is that what's so?
Yep. That's literally what they do.
Okay. Well, I don't know. That's the general answer I have to everything tonight. I don't know.
Well, does it look cool to you? Does it look interesting?
Oh, I mean, it does. I like.
Okay,
so I'm assuming
that's all you want to hear.
This little sidekick doohickey majig falcon looking thing. Does it attach itself to Ultraman character to make him like? I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
He reminds me of that episode with SpongeBob tells Patrick, "I don't know, Patrick. I don't know," and then just proceed on walking. I'm like, damn, Sam. We'll get him into Ultraman soon, everybody.
Yeah, slowly, surely. Don't worry, people. We'll get him, but we'll move on. We'll move on to more Godzilla stuff. So as of late, the wonderful people at Super 7 has announced that they're doing a collaboration of their Marvel Godzilla Ultimates release, along with the artist who actually drew the comic of Godzilla King of the Monsters from Dark Horse back in the day, which was absolutely amazing. I absolutely loved that comic book series. I lived and died by that comic book series. That was my outlet for Godzilla. Like, that was a holy Bible for me. So when they first initially brought out this figure in like the color version, the normal version, I absolutely got it for sure, because I just absolutely loved it. And just the things that they could do with the kaiju in that series, which we have talked about abundantly on this podcast from many of our members. But so they're reissuing this particular Godzilla. They're doing a black and white or grayscale, if you will, and then they actually are letting and having the artist sign all the boxes that are being, that are all the pre-orders will be fulfilled. So this is it was like a 4-day thing. It actually ends tonight at midnight. So if you do not have your order in, you're not going to get one of these. And they'll know how many they have to do, and they will have the artist come in and actually sign every single box, and then ship it out to you. My biggest thing about this, and I'm a little concerned because I actually asked this question to Super 7 and I didn't get a response, is that if I was to get something like this, I would want a certificate of authenticity. to know that this artist, this signature is legit, and not just some fabricated stamp that they just stamp on the box and you don't even know. So
Yeah.
that's the only thing that is kind of holding me back from this, because Arthur Adams is a very famous and well-known comic book artist, and he's done a lot of stuff. He's even doing stuff now for Godzilla for the Kaisei series. He's done a couple of the comics, or the covers, sorry, and so he's still around doing stuff. And so I would have loved to get this, but I want that guarantee. There has to be that guarantee of the box looking at you right in the face and saying, if anything's bad, I'll make it all better. But yeah, so that's the only thing that's holding me back. And if they don't get back to me before, then I would not get this, unfortunately. So, but what do you guys think about this?
Sammy?
No, I was going to let you go. We've been going in order this whole time. So,
no, please, you.
No, this is a great collab, especially with the fact that it's the original artist, and if you're a millennial, you remember this from the 90s. These comics came out, and I think it's somewhere in the house. I have like the big book that has like all of them in one. Yeah. So I have like the Dark Horse comic series, and I still haven't looked through it. I've had it for like 10 years. But yes, I did read I have several of the comics in their sleeves, and I did read them and stuff, and I do vividly remember this art style. It is nostalgic, but the fact that they're collabing with the creator, that's awesome. And I do like the black and white, very, very, very comic book style, just very, but with the red, it's like, okay, it's black and white, but the blood is still red.
Yeah.
That's really cool. But I hear what you're saying about, where's the absolute guarantee that this isn't going to be a mass-produced stamp, or somebody else is going to just put the guy's name on it? I mean, come on. Where's the absolute guarantee? Just because they say, oh, yeah, that's what's going to happen. I mean, come on. Yeah. It's about profit. Anybody can say anything just to sell something.
Absolutely. What were you, Jordan?
I mean, it's cool. I do not own any of the Toho Ultimate figures, only because of them being articulated. I will give them this, though. The packaging art is, for any of them, have been beautifully well done. So it will probably be a pass on this. If I wanted anything from Arthur, it'd have to be obviously his original comic books. I am very unfortunate to admit that I do not own an Arthur Adams Godzilla comic book. Just because for obvious reasons, I feel like they're really, really hard to come by. Instead of buying it from somebody, at least like on eBay or any other website, I want to feel, my fulfillment of going to a comic book shop and actually getting them. I probably have to do some digging up on my personal comic book shop, because they'd probably have them. They have the original Marvel ones. I'm pretty sure they'd have these, but yeah. Again, it's cool that they're going to include Art Adams into this, having him sign them, but yeah, I mean, if it's not him doing it, and we find out later on in years to come that it's somebody else doing it, oh boy, yeah, they're gonna hear our voices, most definitely.
Yeah,
but yeah, nonetheless, it's cool.
Michael, thank you. It's $120 for a signed one, and it's $95 for a normal one. And like I said, it ends tonight. It is the last night of it. I think it's midnight. Like I said, they have a countdown. So go to super7.com not that one. Super7.com/Monster with Attitude 2024 and look up and grab this Arthur Adams signed Godzilla and use our link. We would greatly appreciate it. So, and all your other Super 7 goodies, please use their link, please.
Yes, use the link, and also make sure, check ahead of time to see what time zone it is. Is it midnight Eastern time? Is it midnight? I mean, which midnight? It's not. That doesn't just mean midnight across the entire United States. You got to check and make sure which time zone they're utilizing that with. So it could end before you think it does, depending on your time zone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just had to.
All right. And I think this is the last thing, because this is something that I think we missed like a couple weeks on it, honestly. And last week we forgot about it. Like I said, that person dropped the ball. And I said that we would talk about it this week, and they dropped it again. So I had to fill in the cracks. So obviously at the end of, I believe, August, we got a teaser trailer of the upcoming new short for Godzilla Fest 2025, and they are putting the Millennium Goji as the main star this time. They are finally retiring the Final Wars Goji, because that thing is just beat to crap. So now we have a new Godzilla. We have a new storyline. That previous storyline is all done. It ended with the 5 shorts, and now they are starting anew with this new suit and new storyline. So I want to know, what do you guys want to see? Who do you want to see come out and with this new first short? Who do you want him to face against? And where do you kind of want to see it go from there, honestly? And I'll let Samson, you go first, since you've been kind of waiting more of the time for this episode, unfortunately. But so the floor is yours first, and tell me what you think and what you want to see.
Well, first and foremost, Godzilla 2000 is one of my favorite suits. It's in my top 5. It's in my top 5 list. I've always really dug it. Just the sharpness to it, the dorsal plates. It was very different than anything previously seen in Godzilla, the Heisei series and whatnot. So I love the Godzilla suit. I'm very happy they're bringing this one in now and retiring the Final War suit. I do like the Final War suit a lot, but this one, it stands out to me. It was the first Godzilla movie that I ever saw in a theater with my grandfather, because they brought it to America back in 2000. So yeah, cool. Let's see, who could he fight? With it being a 5 anniversary, we got Titanosaurus, Destroya, and I don't know. They have to add one of the two, because I mean, let's see, 65. That's Ghidorah and Rodan. I mean, we're done. Enough. We don't need to see that. I don't know if they bring in a new kaiju. I mean, hell, I'm guessing Wakasa probably has something to do with this again, like he's done with all these with the Suitmation. If he creates his own new thing for it, I mean, hell yeah. I don't know. I don't really have many expectations. I've just been blind until they release from year to year until they release them, and I enjoy them, or I'm like, what the hell? So I'm excited that we're getting these shorts. I love that they're doing this. They're keeping the Suitmation alive for Godzilla with these shorts. Hell yeah.
Okay. Jordan, what do you want to see?
I want to see everything. Just everything. Yeah. Okay. I don't want 10 minutes. I want an hour and 30 minutes.
Oh God.
Sure. That's
right.
I am excited about this. I know that we were all kind of worried about whether or not these shorts were, going to be it after the most recent one. So to see that there will be continuing and starting fresh with Godzilla Millennium is really, really neat to see. That teaser, just that close-up shot to his eye, I was like, oh boy. I saw that at work, and I'm like, I might get fired for screaming, and that's a risk I'm willing to take. But man, for who I think Godzilla will be paired up with to fight, I have no knowledge. I would throw in there, Samson, you didn't even mention this since it's a 5 anniversary. Damn it, Leslie. I'm thinking Anguirus.
Oh, 55. Damn. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I mean, Leslie said it right there. With an updated Godzilla Raise Again fight, obviously basing it off of Anguirus from Final Wars, even if they, throw some little knickknacks to add to him to make him, somewhat different. Or maybe they could even go the Wakasa route and make another Anguirus suit, how they did with Gigan. Yeah, I mean, other than that, I don't know. I really don't know. That's literally the only movie I could think of.
Yeah, 55, 65, 75, 85. I don't know. I mean, that's the American version of the 84 film, so it's not that's not the same thing. 95, and then that's it.
I mean, the right and most obvious answer, because it is Godzilla Millennium, I would say Orga. But I mean, I can't see them not acknowledging Anguirus as well. But I mean, at this point, I'll take anything. It could even be something that none of us would have ever thought. They could even throw us a new freaking monster for the hell of it, and I would be like,
yeah,
you know what? I'm taking that. As long as I get a figure off of that, I'm fine. But yeah.
It's just what I was thinking. Sorry, I just.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was like, I wonder if the revamping Anniversary Monsters thing is dead now that we're coming back to Godzilla 2000 instead of the Final War suit. Like, for every anniversary, they did Hedra, Gigan, and then they brought
Jaguar.
Well, it was Chicken Ghidorah, but it was still Ghidorah. Yeah, Jaguar for 73, and then Chicken Ghidorah for 64. So yeah, now that it should be Titanosaurus, but since we have retired, we recycled. Damn it, I said it twice. Retired the Final War suit. Does that mean we're done doing the revamps of Anniversary Monsters and new suits? Is Wakasa done making new costumes for these shorts? So that was my piece that I thought of while we were talking about, oh man, what monster could it be? Could it be Anguirus for 55? That does make the most sense, because I forgot about that one, since that's not the most liked Godzilla film, honestly.
I mean,
yeah, Eric, go.
Toho is just so weird with anniversaries and how these companies like put this anniversary stuff off. It's almost like they don't follow the anniversary trend. Mm-hmm. And they just kind of bring out what they want to bring out, honestly. Yeah. Because we never got Mechagodzilla last year. We got King Ghidorah.
That could have been a gemstone clip right there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That could have been gemstone, but we got nothing for Mechagodzilla. Now I think it might be Mechagodzilla this year. I think Titanosaurus is gonna get the same treatment as King Caesar did, as Megalon did, where they're not gonna do anything with them. But they're gonna do the big name, which is Mechagodzilla, which I think we're gonna get something like that. Obviously, there's no suit of that around anymore. They have to make a new one, but I haven't heard of any Kickstarters or anything like that where they're trying to fund anything. Maybe they make enough money now where they can just go out and just commission a suit, and a suit is made, kind of like Jet Jaguar was. But then again, Jet Jaguar is nothing compared to the Gigan suit, honestly.
Oh my God, night and day.
Yeah, night and day for sure. So, but yeah, I'm curious, and I'm also kind of leaning towards this might be a solo, and this might be like an introduction, and at the very end we get a teaser of something coming for the next year, which would really suck. That'd be, but then again, Toho has given us blue balls before about kind of teasing and then all of a sudden give us nothing, and it's like, oh no, you got to wait another year. It's like, you suck. So they are known for doing that, but that's kind of my take on what I think is going to happen here. And then also too, it is, actually the Kiryu might still be usable We might get that
maybe
as a Mecha Godzilla. But it's also, I was talking to Joe about this. It's very curious and very, I don't know. It's weird that they have somehow and just miraculously brought out that new Gigan version with the Gatling guns just randomly. That it was literally a promo picture in a magazine that they did, and then all of a sudden now we're starting to get a few little figures of it. It's like, is that something that we can look forward to later, where we're going to get like a revamped Gigan suit, but we're going to get the Gatling guns for his hands this time, and getting like a mecha Gigan in a sense. Are they leaning towards that a little bit? That's why they're kind of teasing that more and bringing that into that new Godzilla line, Godzilla Burst. And I think we're getting finger puppets of that particular Gigan too. So they're starting to kind of bring that guy out. So it's kind of coincidental, I guess. Maybe not. That's kind of starting to show up. Leslie, I know it's a long shot, but what if they pit Godzilla against Gamera? What if this year is finally a year where that happens to at least honor Gamera for his 60th? I know it's far-fetched, though. I mean, dude, if they could do a little mini series where Gamera comes in and they fight each other, and then all of a sudden they got a tag team, kind of like what we got for Kong, they get to beat a different foe. I think everybody would be salivating, and everybody would die for something like that. And they could do it for 5 years, keep dragging it out for 5 years until we get, the end. I don't see why not, but they gotta get on the same page with Katakawa.
So. Yeah. And I mean, with that, Leslie, of course, you are probably well in the loop with the way how Toho, or at least, using their Godzilla IP, how they've been commemorating Gamera, at least from like Godzilla Battle Line. Of course, with what Bandai has been doing with a few of the Gamera figures. So I mean that, even if Gamera were to appear in only this and nothing more, I'm gonna be honest, I will sleep for the rest of my life like a freaking baby, and I'll be so beyond content with what I just got. Because that would be another huge milestone, and for me, it would only lead me to think that, hey, you know what? If they did it with Gamera, and Gamera has been swept underneath the rug countless amount of times, why can't they do this with Ultraman? That's something I've always wanted to see, where they do like a non-canon episode, and it's just commemorating Godzilla. It's Ultraman teaming up with Godzilla at the end to fend off this giant behemoth creature, and then that's it. They do their send-offs and whatever. I always thought that they would do something like that, and I'm still hoping that they would do that eventually, but I don't know. The way how the Kaiju algorithm has been working lately, it's like wrestling. If you think you know, you don't know. And also to never say never. You could think that one person would hang the boots up and will never wrestle again. Next thing you know, they're back in the freaking ring. So who knows?
Yeah, I think that would be the one connecting of the dots that would literally appease everybody in the Kaiju fandom, I think, because it's something that's been talked about for years, decades, honestly, since these two Kaiju have kind of been born and everything, because one's obviously an imitation of the other one. So they've wanted to, and obviously we've heard that they've tried to, but just nothing's ever come to fruition. So that would be something to really kind of give the fans finally in this little short series of videos against and then a team up at the same time. And I think everybody would absolutely love it. They'd go crazy for it, and everybody would just eat it up, honestly. So But we'll see. We'll see in a few short months. Honestly, we got 2 months to go. Less than 2 months, honestly. So it'll be here before you know it. We'll get an official trailer probably next month, I would say, about kind of maybe teasing what we're gonna see, or maybe we're just gonna get a solo. Who knows? But it will be interesting for sure. So
can't wait. With
that, is there anything else you guys want to talk about or touch base on before we get out of here?
I had one little thing that it's since y'all been talking about shit that I don't know anything about, I have something that pertains to me that I am excited about. I'll just pull up one image. Where is it? So the latest trailer for Resident Evil 9, which is dubbed Resident Evil Requiem. I'm a big fan of this franchise. Huge fan.
Just get you back here.
Yeah, I know. But this is exciting. We're being introduced to new characters. The young girl in the background is going to be our main protagonist of the game. And her mother was actually in a standalone for the PlayStation 2. It was like its own just small. It wasn't like Resident Evil 3 or 2 or anything. It was its own Resident Evil something files. I can't remember what it's called. So they're calling back to like it was like a DLC almost. It was its own small, not full on game. So we get to play as the daughter. Her name is Ashley Ashcroft, and she is going to be the main protagonist of this game. So new trailer for this hit a couple days ago, if not yesterday. And I'm excited. It's funny how we got a teaser trailer for this 2 months ago, I think, and they're already saying it's dropping February of next year. Like, we're not going to have to wait 2 years for this game. It's coming out very soon. So as the big survival horror Resident Evil franchise guy that I am and video gamer, this is exciting for me. I don't know how many other people are really into these kind of games, but this is a big deal. And it might be the last Resident Evil for a while, since, I mean, we're not seeing any reoccurring characters. Leon Kennedy, Chris Redfield, Claire Redfield. Let's see, who else? Who am I missing? Oh my god, I can't believe. Anyway, so I don't know. Did y'all play any of the Resident Evils growing up? Either of you two guys? Did y'all play either one of them or any of them at all? So,
yes.
Okay, so Eric, you have some and you've seen me play the same one over and over and over again on my stream.
Yeah.
Whenever I am trying to get achievements, I know. I think I'm done for a while too. Oh, actually, there's one other image that is terrifying, but I have to add in here. How do I add another image?
Are we gonna
because there was
it's too gruesome.
No, it's not gruesome, not at all. Okay. But you get to see one of the bosses already in the teaser. There was a demo that you got to play if you went to a convention, and this thing is chasing you. This is the new lurker, because there's always some boss lurking after you in every Resident Evil game. So this giant crazy looking bitch is going to be chasing you around. I think it's a mental hospital, like an old closed down mental hospital. So
being that I work in a hospital, I'll be one to assure that, yep, these are what our mental patients look like. Yep.
But yeah, I'm excited. I love survival horror, and this is my bread and butter. So the fact that we're getting trailers and announcements and images, it's awesome for somebody like me. But that was it. That was just something I wanted to throw in the mix very quickly.
Right on.
As the Resident Evil and horror survival fan that I am.
Absolutely. No problemo, man.
Gaming stuff in.
Yeah.
Always got to throw in the gaming stuff. Do you guys have a Switch too? No, I don't.
No.
I don't.
I
have a Switch. I'm not going to get a Switch 2.
Why not?
Switch 2.
What?
Why don't you want to get one?
Because I don't want to get one.
Are you talking about the one with Mia Jovovich? How do you pronounce her name?
Jovovich?
Yes, it's not the same as the games. They're their own thing. So it's yeah, They exist. That's all I can really say about them.
Yeah, and I've seen all the Resident Evil movies too. So
They're some. Oh God, they're kind of deplorable. The first one was great because it was inventive for its time, but other than that, they just have little clever nods at characters from the games.
It's just because the whole zombie genre has just gone overboard, where everybody does a zombie movie now, and everybody does it after the first Resident Evil, and it's all the same now, and it doesn't have that charm anymore. It doesn't have that that fear, that terror that the first one really kind of brought to audiences, honestly, and now it's just like it's all the same shit. It's all the same grouping of a whole bunch of freaking zombie people running fast and whatever. It's not special anymore.
Yeah, the games are still great though. I've loved every single one that I've played. Even though I've never played the originals, I played the remakes that they did for 2 and 3. They didn't remake 1. Well, they did, but it was for the GameCube, so it was kind of different. But anyway, I digress. That's just something that I have a lot of love for, and I can't wait to see more, and can't wait to play. So February, y'all. Oh. February 27th of next year. That is, if you're a Resident Evil fan, that's when the new game comes out.
Right on.
No, all Nathaniel, right. I do not. I don't have a PC. I'm a console gamer. So no, I don't. Anyway. So yeah, Aaron, close this out.
With that, we will get out of here. Thank you to everybody who tuned in, chimed in, gave us your thoughts, opinions. We love everything. We are thick-skinned. We can take a little criticism, a little jabbing. We enjoy it. We will give it back. And just know that it's all in fun, and we just love what we do, and just including you guys in this journey and talking about the same nerdy shit as we do. Whether it be video games of Resident Evil or Godzilla or Ultraman or whatever it pertains to, or wrestling, we're all here for it. And yes, we are surprisingly all nerds, believe it or not. But that'll be it for us. Thank you all. Follow our socials, our ticker down below. You can find it on our link tree. It is in all of our socials in our bios. So go check that out. Thursday. What's up, Adam? Yes, we are all nerds, and we love it, and we love all of this stuff. So we just love talking about this stuff that brings love and excitement to us, and we're gonna want to talk it and share it with everybody else because we all know what it's been like being nerds, being sheltered, being the only one that's in our whole town that likes this shit, and we can't express ourselves. So now we find ways to express ourselves with this.
Now it's the cool thing to be a nerd.
Now it's a bandwagon thing. Now everybody's jumping on it and doing this and doing that. It's like you guys are all fake because you didn't go through the hard times like we did.
Right. You're just a big fat phony.
So yes, nerds rule. But thank you everybody for that's what we do. Yeah, we set trends. Okay, we set trends. We're trendsetters. Even though we get no credit for it, that's just kind of what we do. But
yeah, I want my refund. Where's my nerd refund?
Thank you all for tuning in and chiming in. Love all of you and appreciate all of you. And of course, before we get out of here, what do we say? It is one phrase, 3 words. Embrace the attitude.